Hey, what's up folks? Welcome back to another 3D Hangouts. My name is Noir Wes. I'm a designer here at Adafruit, and joining me every week is my brother Pedro.
Good morning everybody, I'm Pedro's Creative Tech here at Adafruit, and every week we're here to share 3D printed projects featuring electronics from Adafruit.
That's right, this is a show where you combine 3D printing and DIY electronics to make inspirational projects. Hello everybody in the Discord chat room, that's where we're hanging out. If you'd like to join us during the show with any banter, questions, comments, and suggestions, or memes, you can do so by hitting up the Discord server. Invite code for that is discord.gg/Adafruit. I'll take a moment to welcome everybody to the show. Good morning, good evening, good afternoons.
Good morning. We're also hanging out in the other chat rooms like the YouTube. Good morning to Charles Manafort, Patrick Rankin, and over on Discord. Good morning everybody hanging out. Do Wester, Andy Calloway, Rosin, hello, Vince, Yanni,
and everybody else watching us on the archive after the stream. All right, let's go ahead and I guess pay some bills this morning. It's sort of the first week of the month. We got to pay some bills. Let's do so by hitting up adafruit.com/free, and I'll walk you through some of the new stuff here. So we got 3 tiers. If you spend a little bit more money with Adafruit, you're going to get some free goodies. So for orders that are $99 or more, you get a free half-size PermaProto. For orders that are $149 or more, you'll get the free PermaProto half-size breadboard and a randomly selected STEMMA QT board, which if you have an Adafruit account, we will make sure you don't get the same one twice. For orders that are $200 or more, you get the randomly selected STEMMA QT board, the PermaProto half-size breadboard, and free ground shipping for continental US only. And those are the freebies this week. Check them out while supplies last. If you want more details, you go to adafruit.com/free. Okay, and what else can I say about that? It gets automatically added to your cart, so none of this enter code stuff. You can just spend more money and it'll get automatically added to your account. Adafruit Daily is a place to get some daily doses of newsletters. So go to adafruitdaily.com if you'd like to subscribe to some of the many categories of coolness. We've reached a milestone for the Python on Microcontrollers newsletter. I like to call it the CircuitPython newsletter, but there's more. It's all things CircuitPython. And 9,000 of you fine folks, have subscribed to this manually. It's kind of hard to do it because you have to manually subscribe. So if you'd like to share your projects or products that are Python related, you can do so by hitting up Ann Barella or any of us on any of the social channels, on Twitter or Discord. You can get your stuff promoted. We like sharing all folks and projects from the community. So there we go. And the jobs board, go to jobs.adafruit.com if you are in the market for a gig or a fellow to help you with your project. You can do so by hitting up the jobs board, jobs.adafruit.com. You check it out. You can make a profile, a resume, your skills, and there are a couple of jobs up here, so check those out at jobs.adafruit.com. All right, we are still in Halloween Hackfest season, so check out the Halloween Hackfest contest, sponsored by Hackaday, DigiKey, and Adafruit. So check it out. You can head over to the Hackaday.io website and see all of the submissions. There are 21 submissions as of this date, and the deadline is October 28th, 2021. So you can check that out. If you use Adafruit stuff, you will get double the prize money. So that's really cool. And if you're looking for inspiration, you can check out submissions to see all the spooky, festive projects that are in the works for the community. Excellent. What else do we have here? I think that's all the important stuff that I wanted to talk about in the morning. I think we paid the bills. Yay! I'm going to jump back over to Discord.
Yeah, I was going to mention AdaBox, but I think we're already full. I see this warning sign up here. We are filled up. But you can always sign up for the next quarter.
You can go to adabox.com Is that still a website? Yes, it's still a website. You have to do it twice though sometimes. DNS is always fun. So yeah, you can always sign up later. What did you say, Pedro? I don't remember, sorry. Sign up now to receive AdaBox 20 in October 2021. Please note, we are no longer accepting orders for AdaBox locations outside of... Okay, anyway, thanks you for everybody subscribing to AdaBox. All right, now can we say shout out? Everybody's still here. Okay, cool. Ready to go?
All right, let's go ahead and jump into this week's project.
Okay, this week's project. This is a fun collab project with Liz Clark and Phil B. He jumped in and made some fun code. So this is this is using the Microlab library and the new library, the IS31FL3741 LED driver. This is done in CircuitPython. This is a fun audio reactive demo, and the Feather NRF52840 Sense has a built-in PDM microphone, and it's taking audio data and converting it into these lovely rainbows. And it also has this little bouncy effect. Very, very cool. We have two different versions of it. This is the Phil B version. And because I have CircuitPython, this is loaded on my drive, and I can quickly rename this piece of code, and I can swap out the demo code for a different one. So let me load Liz's version here. This is a port from, oh no, I think I broke it. Yeah, bear with us, folks. I'm gonna have to debug live here, Pedro. I don't know what it's doing. I'm gonna open up Moo and see what's going on here. Why aren't you working? It says no. I forgot Simple IO, so I need to go pull the Simple IO library from my bundle, which I can quickly do while Pedro dances for everybody.
If you guys want to check out the full guide, it just went live. I'll post a link to all of these.
Look how quick I got that out. Very nice. It's a tribute to CircuitPython. I was missing a library file. I opened up the Moo editor. It told me what it was missing, and I already had the bundle downloaded, so I dragged and dropped it over to the lib folder. That is the power of CircuitPython. Did you hear that pop out there? That was really good. They ran over something. But yeah, this is Liz's version. It's a port of the Audio Spectrum waterfall demo code from the Microlab Learn Guide. So it's also taking the audio data from the PDM microphone and making a bit of a heat map with these colors. And you can go around and play around with the different colors. And in Learn Guide, it walks you through changing that up if you'd like. So that one's pretty fun. But yeah, two different versions of the code. Phil B's version is still getting optimized a little bit, so that will come out maybe a little bit later this week. But this code is available right now. Shout out to Liz for putting it together, and Jeff Epler for creating the Learn Guide on using the Microlab library. Very, very cool. So again, this is the 13x9 LED matrix. It's actually the same one as this one. Really like this LED matrix. It's got 117 LEDs. They're RGB LEDs. They're not NeoPixel LEDs. So you have to use the library for the IS31FL3741. And right here you can see I have it connected to the RP2040 Feather. And the RP2040 Feather has a systemic connector, so if you look on the back here, you can see it's just one cable that plugs into the little connectors. And if you had a sensor, like the PDM microphone, you can connect it to this guy over here and daisy chain them together, because that's how I2C works. You can daisy chain them all together on one bus, which is really, really cool. And right now it's battery powered. This is actually the little 3D printed bracket that is a part of the case here. So that's kind of how it's working there. But this code here is actually just the LED glasses demo code. It doesn't quite have the same mapping as the LED glasses panel. So that's why it's kind of got this variable kind of animation going on. Kind of cool. It's kind of a mistake, but hey, it looks really cool like that. And yeah, that is the demo on the overhead. If we jump over to learn.adafruit.com, you can see all the new guides. If you click on guides, new guides, you'll see we got some new ones this week. And our little mini LED matrix is right here. So you can click on that and read about the guide. We have some pre-requisites guide if you want more info on the NRF52840 Feather Sense or the ISFL 3741 or the Microlab Learn Guide. We have those links there for you. As far as the parts go, we are using the FeatherSense NR5240 because it has the built-in PDM microphone. It also has some awesome goodies like a gesture, proximity sensor, and an accelerometer, and it's a Bluetooth board, so that's really cool. The LED Matrix is in stock right now for $14.95. You can pick that one up and have fun with it. We have some cables as well and some hardware, M25 nylon hardware. Because we are using the FeatherSense NRF52840, it doesn't have a built-in Stemma QT connector, so we're going to solder to the serial clock, serial data, and voltage and ground. Very, very simple and easy to do. These wiring diagrams that we put together, they are from Flexi, an open source piece of software that you can grab. And we have a library of these lovely parts. So if you'd like to make your own wiring diagrams, you can download the library from Adafruit. There's a link here to it. And yeah, there you go. The next page talks about installing CircuitPython on the FeatherSense. It's pretty simple to do so. You head on over to circuitpython.org using this link. You can download the latest file. The latest version of CircuitPython currently is 7.0, which just got released earlier last week. So you can check that out. It's super easy to do. To get the board into bootloader mode, you just double tap the reset button. And one of the cool things that I did on the case is that I have a built-in reset button pusher. So this little guy here, if you press it twice, I only did it one because if I did it, it would put it in bootloader mode. But that just is a cool way to reset your board here. And I don't have to take it apart now. And it's a little bit tricky to pop this open, and it's actually secured with screws to that PCB bracket, so it's nice to have these type of integrations to your embedded case. So that's kind of a fun little side note. And Moo is bouncing up and down right now going, hey, you hit the reset button, how dare you. But back over to the Learn Guide. That's how quick it is to drag and drop. Once you're in bootloader mode, you drag and drop that UF2 file, and your board gets the latest version of CircuitPython. Very cool. All right. Next page walks you through installing the waterfall visualizer code that was ported from the ULab library. So you can check that out. Here is the code. It is on GitHub right now. We have a project bundle button. So if you just want to grab this piece of code and all the library dependencies, you can use that project bundle, download project bundle button and get all of the libraries. So you don't have to hunt them down and drag and drop them from the bundle, because it all comes there for you, which is really fun. There you go. There's lots of comments too that Liz put together. So if you want to like change up the heat map, the assortment of colors, Liz used the color designer.io gradient generator, which is a fun UI on web that you can use to quickly come up with an array of all these hex colors from web. So that's really cool. And it'll walk you through, this is what your USB drive, your CircuitPy drive is going to look like. Inside your library folders, you're going to want to have the bus device, the IS31FL3741, Adafruit register, and frame buff. Also simple I/O, because I guess it wasn't baked in. But yeah, Moo will tell you what you're missing if you're looking for it. Yeah, and this will walk you through how it works, how it's taking in the sample data from the microphone. Here you can see the sample rate and the bit rate, and you can play around with that if you'd like. Very, very cool. You can change up the speed as well. The speed here, you got your size set up to 64, and you're at 1 megahertz speed for your I2C stuff. And then you can play with the colors, so check that out. Very cool. All right, onto the 3D printing page. Just 3 parts for this little case. You got the case, the cover, and the PCB bracket. I have a little, I don't know why my animation's not loading. There it goes, a little CAD explosion of the assembly. I guess I could show it full here. If you'd like to download the STL files, the 3MF files, the step file, or the Fusion 360 file, in that page we have download links to them. But I also posted them on PrusaPrinters and Thingiverse, so you can grab those. Or you could also grab just the PCB files. You want to design your own thing, you can go to our GitHub repo and download those. Those are down here, this link here, Adafruit CAD parts GitHub repo. That's where you can get just the PCB files, like the FeatherSense and the LED matrix. When it comes to slicing the parts, there are no supports needed. You can print them in whatever different color. I'm using PLA. The cover and the case snap fit, and you're going to use some M3 screws to attach the PCB bracket to the case. So that is the 3D printing page. There's some slice settings too, but I'm just going to kind of glance over them because everybody's going to have their own depending on the filament you're using. Okie doke. And comes to assembly, you're going to need some M25 screws. You're going to need 8 of them. And then they're 10 millimeters long because the PCB bracket has built-in standoffs and stuff. So you're just going to use the hex nuts to secure the screws, the PCBs to the PCB bracket. So it kind of looks like that. And when it comes to wiring it up, did I miss wiring? Yeah. Huh. Oh, that's right. It got edited. Yeah. So once you follow the circuit diagram and wire it up, you can attach the PCBs to the PCB bracket. Yeah, that's what it looks like. Just some pictures for reference. And then you'll just want to place the PCB bracket over those mounting tabs and then use M3 screws to attach the PCB bracket to the case. Pretty simple. And then the cover is symmetrical, so you can install it in whatever way. In my latest design edit, I have added these little, this bit of a grill here. It just looks cool, and also it saves you a little bit of time and material on having to print this whole cover. I think it looks cool that you can kind of see through it, and that's kind of the only edit I did there. I made this hole a little bit bigger because micro USB cables tend to be a little bit chunky sometimes, so I made sure that this was a little bit bigger. And you can see here the hole there. You can just barely see the little hole there for the PDM microphone that's built into the FeatherSense. Hello, hi. And then this is the button presser that we talked about, so you can check that out too. But being able to make this was definitely a tribute to like having a one-to-one accurate model, so you just kind of project the sketch and like make a little post for hitting that reset button. But yeah, that is the assembly. Pretty simple, pretty clean, and I hope you enjoy it. But yeah, if you want to build your own, the parts are in stock, which is awesome. So check it out. Sorry, where am I trying to go?
Over some of the comments, people like the design
and
the suggestions to make it into Kit, the talking car on Knight Rider. Be a really cool addition.
Oh yeah,
put it on a car.
That would be cool.
The other thing that we had in mind was the voice box from Lady Gaga. It was the mask. You put it on, and it would do the audio visualizer.
Yeah, there's 4 mounting holes, so you can do a lot with the board. It's pretty small.
You can even make it smaller too if you have the mounting on the back of that. So one frame can support both of the boards.
Yeah, that's right. You can have just kind of. You could also have a bigger stemma cable, like this right here is a pretty good one. I think this is the 100 millimeter one, and that was a good size there. But if you're going to use a different feather or a different microcontroller, you're going to want to solder to the pins. But the pins are all labeled on all the Adafruit boards, so that's really nice. Another board that you could use instead of a feather would be the QD Pi RP2040. That one has a built-in stemma connector, and I believe those are the only microcontrollers that have a stemma connector. Is that right? You could also probably connect to some of the IoT boards that have built-in stemma connectors, like the display boards, like a Clue or a Pi Portal. Does a Pi Portal have a stemma? It might. And we have tons of stemma cable converters, like a small stemma QT to a big stemma. You could do that too, because I think some of the IoT display boards from Adafruit have those bigger stemma ports.
You also do the stemma to the alligator clips.
If you could put 2 of them and make like a glasses thing,
cool.
It would look something like this.
You could chain 2 of them, huh?
It would look, yeah.
2 of these boards together.
You'd have, what's 117 times 2? Whatever that is, that's how many LEDs you would have. Could you run 2 boards? That'd be cool to sync 2 boards together and see if that works. So yeah, that's this week's project.
You can check out
A Race to the Finish Line.
The Philby's audio visualizer, the bouncing one. Do you want to show them where that is? I posted a link to the GitHub
Yeah, so that-
on there.
Yeah, so that is still in development by Phil B. I cannot give that to you yet.
Oh, it's behind the repo is somewhere else.
There is no repo. He sent it to me personally. Like, he's like, hey, do this for the video, but
Gotcha.
I got to work on it. So just be patient, folks. It'll be out when it will be out. I don't have a direct time.
Where it will be eventually put on the IS31FL library somewhere on
Yeah,
there,
I hope
GitHub?
it'll probably have a new folder, but yeah, the learn guide repo is where you want to.
Okay, I did post
grab
that
it.
link. So
But this code's available right now. You can grab it right now. So check it out. Yeah.
Did you want to chat about the black LED acrylic or?
Nah, no. This
complicates
works
that?
pretty good without the black LED acrylic. It looks pretty poppin', so we're gonna stick with that. But yeah, that's this week's project. Definitely check out the Learn Guide and the CAD files and everything. Code, it's all up there. Yeah. Thanks everybody for the comments. People like. I like to. I like people too. All right.
Go ahead and jump into this week's What Are We Prototyping?
Oh, this is fun. What are we prototyping? I guess we want to talk about
props. Halloween coming up.
Well, first of all, let's talk about the BLE board for the LED glasses. This is fresh. We got this yesterday. This is the new driver board. It's got the NRF52840, USB-C connector, built-in PDM microphone, built-in accelerometer. This is the LIS3DH accelerometer. It also has a built-in switch here. I'm sorry about the dang focus. Look, it just focuses when it wants. There it goes. Look at that. It like focuses for 1 second. It's like, nah. Well, at least my audio is working. Knock on wood. Here we go. Manual focus time, folks. This is a lovely board. It doesn't really have any pins. It's meant to do kind of the sole purpose of driving the LED glasses, but take a look at that. It looks beautiful. You got, I think, 8 megabytes of SPI flash. Don't quote me on that. And you have a couple pins here. I don't know what those pins are doing there, but they're there. And then, of course, do you have a stemma? Yeah, you have the stemma right there, of course. That's kind of how it's designed. So I reworked this arm of the frame glasses that you remember from last week, and I made it fit the board, the BLE LED glasses board. And this is still in stock. I think there's like 3 in stock right now, so if you want to pick that up,
I think they're out.
please do. You think they're out?
I think so.
But it's cool that it has a built-in switch, so you can do things. So let's go ahead and plug it in. I have a little battery here, a little USB 220 milliamp lipstick battery, one of these guys, PK cell. Here's my USB-C cable, and I'm just going to plug it in. So the USB-C port is mounted downways. So just so you know, that's what it's going to fit like. Lamar designed it so that it kind of fits the best like that.
You can put it up here just in case you have it some different orientation. You can have it pointed up, or you can get a right-angled USB.
Sure, yeah, right-angled
adapter.
USB adapter. So this is some new demo code that I'm playing around with. It's using the accelerometer to do some googly eye stuff. And this is, you know, the arrangement here. You have rings, and then you have this grid here that you can have text scroll by. But this is a nice simple one. That's all done in CircuitPython. So let's put it on my face. If I can switch cameras, here we go. Here it is on my face. I kind of like the cable down there. Feels pretty good. But yeah, you can see the accelerometer working there. It's like kind of go. Can I make it go around? Yeah, no?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so that's a really fun demo that Phil B put together. Yeah, so built-in accelerometer, everything is nicely compact there in the board. And you have the option to do a LiPo battery if you'd like. There is a little jumper on the back of the board. You can solder that jumper to do LiPo charging. Because right now we're thinking that folks are going to use alkaline batteries or something like what I have here. I just have a USB battery bank in my pocket, and I got this cable dangling down, which isn't too bad. It doesn't really pull on me or anything, but yeah. So there's 3 example codes if you got yourself the BLE board and the glasses. You can start playing around with some of the demo code that's also in the Learn Guide repo. Yeah. We also have a nice audio spectrum one too. It's kind of originally written for the glasses, then Phil B ported it for our little LED matrix here. What's that? What's that jingly jangle?
Oh.
Must be a nut. One of the nuts came off. Should have secured it better. It's driving me nuts. Pun intended. Alright, so that is the update. We have a 3D model of the BLE board as well. You can pick this one up from our GitHub repo. This is the NRF5240 LED glasses driver. It's got everything populated, the PDMI, the accelerometer, and all those lovely chips that make the thing work. So check that one out. That's a free download. Learn guide is still in development. But yeah, these are all the glasses. The frame. So where can you download this 3D printed frame? I updated the STL on Thingiverse. I'll have to do the update on our Learn guide. But if you want it right now, you can go to our Thingiverse page, thingiverse.com/Adafruit. I can't spell today. /designs. And here is the LED glasses frame.
And you can tell that it's been updated because it shoves the render right front.
Yeah, they do, don't they? But yeah, this is nice. You can also hit that, and you can see it's got M2 holes. Or in my case, I printed it with M25 because I don't want the thread in there. But yeah, these are slots in the board, but it's a pretty accurate board thing. But you could also grab the the 3D model of the thing. I think there's still an STL viewer, right, inside of the CAD parts. Adafruit CAD parts. So I'm just navigating to it. And then I'll search for the PID 5201. 52, there it is. Here's the NRF. So there's two, right? The LED glasses panel is the IS31FL, and the LED glasses NRF 5240 is the actual driver board. So here I can click on STL, and then they still do a pretty good job of rendering it out. But I also have a 3MF, because 3MF is better if you haven't heard. It just is. Look at that USB-C connector. It's a really nice model there. So that's pretty cool. And then I also have a GIF. Hard G GIF spinning. There you go. Yeah, this was fun. And that's this thing.
Prototypes.
That's a prototype. It's a prototype in LED glasses. Very, very fun. The Learn Guide's still in development. Let's just put them on my face for now. Okay, super cool. Well, we're not done prototyping. We still have the Loki prop that we're going to talk about. So you wear these now. You switch. Put them over your glasses.
No, that doesn't work.
It doesn't work? Oh,
kinda.
Boy.
That works.
Yeah, we need to make another part that could like mount to existing glasses or something. Yeah. All right, so it is prop season, and we have an update to our Loki TVA Baton. So this is a 3D printed prop that looks like the baton from the Loki Disney Plus series. Let's go ahead and turn it on. But it's really bright. What we've done as an update is we changed out the NeoPixels for a 3-watt LED. It's really, really bright. We have some sound effects now too that we added. This is a part of the motion. Oh boy, I forgot the name of the sound pack, but it's from Video Copilot, and I'm hoping that we can release the sounds because it's a royalty-free license. So we'll check in with our legal team and see if we can release those. But it's using the PropMaker FeatherWing and the M4 Feather. The PropMaker FeatherWing has a built-in accelerometer, so it can detect motion, taps, shaking it. So we have some swings where you can swing around, and it does different sounds. It's really cool ones. And then when you hit it hard, it just lights up 100%. So right now this is like 10%, and this is 100%. On the overhead, you can see it's very, very bright. It's like looking at the sun. So these are 3D printed diffusers made in translucent PLA, and everything about this prop is super duper modular. So I'm really happy about the way you can get to the USB port. Just turned it off now. This is a little retainer for our feather and our PropMaker FeatherWing. Here you can see kind of how it's working. It's got these little rails here so that it can slide in and out. And then the coils are done, rather the threads are done with the coil feature in Fusion 360. The speaker is mounted to this little guy here, which I call the collar. Okay, so there's a little speaker retainer in there. It's using the mini oval speaker. The battery is actually fitted in here. And then right here, this is really cool. This is where the, so this whole piece here can come off. So it's super modular. So if I wanted to like make something else, I could just completely make a whole new diffuser bit. This is all like 1, 2, 3. There's 7 of these. There's a top that snap fits. All this snap fits. None of it's glued together. So I'm really happy about that. And there's a lot of detail in these little diffusers. You can see they got these kind of ridges, these kind of grippy ridges, which is pretty cool. And coils throughout everything. So this is the 3-watt LED. It's got its own kind of little holder here, so you can pop this out. I was able to reuse all of this and then like make a whole new piece here for the NeoPixel Jewel, which was what I was first using, but it just wasn't bright enough. So I switched it out and created a new little holder here. And this is the 3-watt LED, and I have some metal M3 standoffs and hex nuts so that it doesn't melt through the BLA because it gets pretty hot. The PCB is actually a heatsink. It's an aluminum PCB. But yeah, the threads here all work together nicely, and it all kind of screws together. So let me go ahead and turn it on. And then we can see what it looks like. Everybody close your eyes. It's like staring into the sun. Woo! Yeah, that's pretty. I might burn out the... It's very, very bright. And that's only 10%. When you hit it, it goes 100%.
Ooh. Can't even look at it.
Yeah, sorry. That's why this diffuser thing is nice, right? So that is the Loki prop. I don't know when we'll have it finished. Like, I guess I'll start the Learn Guide in a week or 2, right? Okay. Turn it off now. Yeah, so this is a very fun one. Really excited about it, and it's got a lot of lightsaber vibes because you know, that's where
basically
you put it. Yeah, it's basically a lightsaber. Yeah, very cool. So I hope folks like it. It's a fun, simple kind of design. Coils or threads done with coils are a lot of fun. So if you're making a prop that's a bit of something like this, it's very cylindrical. Try using threads. It's a really good use of making things so you don't have to glue them and stuff, right? Mm-hmm. So I like that.
A lot more better than the press fit one too.
Oh, right. We did see a variant of this. It's what inspired us. There's a couple of different models on Thingiverse, and they all kind of press fit together, which is always a thing with tolerances. Like sometimes it's good, and sometimes it's a little bit, you need to sand it down. But with coils and stuff, when you have the right gap between the threads, it works out pretty good on all different printers and stuff. So yeah.
Coming soon.
Coming soon.
To Halloween. I'm surprised these aren't out at Halloween shops yet.
Right, they will be. And it's a great little thing for your kid, like just to have your little ones walking around with a light stick so that people see you. It's pretty sturdy too.
Yeah, it's nice and thick.
Okay, let's set her down.
Super cool.
Yeah.
And you did do, in the notes I'm just looking at, there's a layer by layer.
Yeah, there's a layer by layer.
Slide switches, which we use a ton of. Posted the link a little bit earlier. Let me grab that, post it again.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, so I came up with a layer by layer maybe a week ago, and I got inspired by Sophie Wong's latest collab video with Liz. And she made an enclosure where she had a slide switch built into it, and instead of having to update the entire case, she made like a little tester piece. So that inspired me to make my own tester piece for these slide switches. So these slide switches are really, really nice because they're super small. They can be really discreet when you're doing like a prop. And I might as well bring out the prop again. I literally used that same switch in this prop, and I built it into the handle there. And it pretty much has this similar style of holder. So I have 2 different variants. And in the layer by layer, I show you how to do one of them, but I do share both of these files. This one is a really nice one because it mounts the switch in a way where it's vertical, so it's kind of up and down, and it just kind of slides in there and gets press fitted in there. And then there's this side here has a little hole, so you can actuate it with your fingernail. And then these little holes here are mounting tabs. So if you wanted to just drop this into like a big prop, like let's say this thing, that's kind of how you can do that. So this is like a giant prop, and instead of having to print out this entire piece, you can see here, you can add it as a module and then just kind of have it in there. It works here because it's at the bottom of the prop, and you won't really see that, so it keeps it nice and hidden and discreet. This is a weird prop. It's obscure. But yeah, this is a cool way to mount these little slide switches, and you can still pop it out. You don't need any glue, and all the geometry there kind of keeps it so that it doesn't get pressed all the way in. This version here is mounted flat sideways, like if this was the flat side of your enclosure here, and this one kind of gets added like that. And then same deal here, you can actuate it that way. So I show you how to design that from scratch in our layer. And these little switches, PID 805, they're like $1. They're like pretty rigid too, because they're made out of metal, and they have a really nice kind of click to them. You can hear that there. So check those out. That is the layer by layer. I don't have a video thing in our thing here, but it's on YouTube. If I just got the link, so if you can check that out. It's a good walkthrough in sketch dimensions and sketch constraints. So check it out.
Yay.
Yeah, and you can also download the 3D model of the thing, right? Of this slide switch. Which, shout out to Sophie. She's the one who kind of said that in her video. I was like, yeah, I got the 3D model from the CAD Parts repo. So there you go. My favorite switch. Like if this was battery powered, I would have used this version of the switch holder. Yeah. Here's a little tip too. If it's a little too loose, you can always pull apart these little tabs here. Carefully, because you could
not too much.
Not too much. Okay. It'll just completely fall apart. Yeah. So now it has a way better thing. Let me see if I can do better focus. Right there. So it's inserted at an angle. Wait, yeah, an angle like that, and then kind of clicks in there. You can see that little stopper there will stop it from being pushed in accidentally, and then you have this cutaway that allows you to get access to that little nub actuator. Yeah, you got all those walls there and a little bridge here at the top. So a lot of little geometry bits to make this little built-in holder, but it accounts for all the surfaces, so I'm really digging this one. Sophie had a pretty similar version too. Mine's just a little bit tighter, I think, and a little bit thinner. Like I printed it with like 1.5 millimeter wall thickness, but that is parametric, so you can change it up if you want it thicker. So yeah, and now take it out. Just kind of do it that way. It's really nice you don't have to glue it in there, because I've made so many projects where I've glued this thing. So kind of same thing there. But this is vertically positioned. There we go, slide switches. Very cool. And these take like 2 minutes to print, which is excellent. It's always a fun thing to print something in 2 minutes instead of 20 hours, like the one thing.
Yeah,
I mean,
a lot better than having it as part of your whole design, because tolerances will actually change.
Yeah,
for if you're doing this and you try to have that built in there.
Yeah, for this one particularly, I kind of just chopped this piece off and I printed that instead of printing this entire thing, because it is built into it, and it is a different kind of orientation. So I'm happy with this one too. But that's a little tip there. Just slice that piece out and just print that. And
for the testing.
Test it. Yep. So there we go. That is Shop Talk layer by layer. Cool. Happy about that.
Awesome.
Is our audio still good?
Yep.
I like the Yeti mic. We're gonna use it for now on. I like not having the lav. It broke this morning.
All right, let's go ahead and jump into this week's Community Makes.
All right, this week for Community Makes, It's a print in place crocodile.
This
Or
is
lizard.
definitely
Gecko.
themed to Halloween coming up. So we have this Flexi Crocodile by the FlexiFactory. These guys make a bunch of the flexible designs that are available on Colt 3D. There's actually one that I printed out from last year that I need to hurry up
wow.
and
Last
it's been processed. I just need to add the last scenes to it. But this is one that was recently released. It's a super cute crocodile with all of the movable parts on it that print out excellent. All the tolerances are really loose, so it has a nice amount of wiggle when you flex them around.
This is
Here it is.
fantastic color. You got really lucky on it. It looks like he's alive, but like
Dead.
Dead.
It's like a zombie ghost
Right.
crocodile with flexible moving parts.
right. I'm gonna pull
So
up
he
the
has
Colt
like
3D.
a gecko aesthetic type, like the way that he's all standing up, and very good for your Halloween decorations. And we're using the rainbow color. Like you said, I was super lucky on getting it from going to the green, transitioning into this like gold
Yeah,
yellow.
It's like a gold yellow.
Yeah. And it's just a nice little addition to your skeleton decorations for Halloween. Did a nice little job on all the overhangs here. You can see that there was no support materials required for this. And
Super impressive.
yeah, super impressed with, especially when you have to do a time lapse for this. You have the so much retraction going on with all of these little islands that form, and the none of the little hands being knocked off as the nozzle head is moving around. Nice job on getting all these to print excellent, which is why they are the FlexiFactory.
Yeah.
They've got this nailed down to a science
They
on
definitely do.
getting all of the correct geometries that will have the optimal tolerances between all of the smallest little joints.
That silk rainbow filament, though, huh?
Yeah.
Very nice.
Oh, I like
Very
that
lovely.
green.
Yeah, that green's really nice too. Very cool.
Not a free design, but definitely
Yeah,
worth
I mean, it's
the
$2.
yeah, $2.
$1.96. Definitely throw them a $2. Definitely
Yeah,
worth it.
that's-
All of these lovely designs. You got the frog, the fish, every animal. I would say a spider.
The
a frog,
spider.
a hand,
That's the
and-
one that I printed out in the. I think it was like the temperature sensitive purple. So I'll get that one out
I
for
like the
Halloween.
hand. That was a really cool one.
Hey, that scorpion
And
one looks
skull.
cool. I think we've done a couple of these just because of how
They're so fun. Look at
so
Caterpillar.
so
Caterpillar.
flexible. Love their
Yes.
flexibility
So
of them.
FlexiFactory on Colts 3D. Check out Colts 3D. They're a really fun place to get some nice designs from designers and get them paid. So there we
Yeah.
go. They got 15 designs here.
They're sweet.
Very cool. So shout out FlexiFactory for phenomenal.
I also like how easy they
Models.
make to purchase these. It's just like Apple Pay, so it's just
Is
your
it?
fingerprint,
Okay.
yeah, and it automatically downloads.
That's cool.
Very, very fast way to get a hold of these really cool models.
And there's one of his teeth. May have.
Oh yeah, that would have been great.
That's funny.
Vincent is saying would have been really cool in the glow in the dark filament.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I kind of like this though because glow in the dark is all one.
It's a little
color.
difficult to film.
Yeah,
I
it
gotta have
can
like all
be.
these purple, the UV lights set up in a certain way, and the ISO for the camera has to be all different.
If y'all remember, a couple of years ago, we 3D printed a flexible design in iron filament, and then we had a magnet underneath this
Oh, the
rotating
fish.
motor.
Yeah.
And it would and it was like in water.
Totally do that with
so
this one.
it was like a fish in water that was moving around.
Robofish.
Super, super cool. So check that one out. I don't have a link to it, but you can search for, I don't know.
What is it? Robofish?
Is it RoboFish?
Something like that.
These are the type of designs that are really cool for that type of project, I think.
Is it fish? No, that's the fish eye. Of course.
I know. I
We
can't
won't find it when we're looking
I know.
for
You
it.
just type in fish and like 100 different fish projects show up on there.
Magnetic? Oh, there it is. It's robotic creatures.
Robotic creatures.
Yep.
Thanks, Brandy. There it is. Yeah, you can see the fish. Like, how is it moving? Oh, we still did a squid too, huh? That's really
Yeah, we did a
cool.
couple of different ones.
Yeah, it was really
Like
creepy.
starfish.
A
So yeah,
starfish.
you can definitely add some
Yeah. Oh, yeah. We
It's
used
automation.
the Cricut. Yeah, we had some lights going on too.
Mhm.
I don't know. That just reminded me of the glow in the dark and all that stuff. It was a
That's
pretty
really
cool
good way to do
project.
it.
Yeah. Really good for like an escape room or some sort of themed out room that you want to do.
No, that's a really good point. You could definitely adapt these to have it move.
Yeah. This
with
fish right
motors.
here, this is the fish that we could have
No,
made,
it was
right?
a different one.
I know, but I'm saying like
Yeah.
with this fish would have been pretty cool.
Mhm.
Cool. All right. So
Got a couple more?
yeah, we do a couple
the
more
community
community
makes.
makes. Let's run through them real quick. All right. This week we have this here post on Thingiverse. It is a remix of the heat press insert rig. So Dan Order 68 made a modification to the lovely heat press, the heat set press rig that allows you to get accurate heat set inserts for 3D prints. This is a nice base that allows you to kind of have a little bit of storage, which is really cool. Yeah, you can see here how the aluminum extrusion is mounted to this update, and you got some little what would you call it? Cavities for storing stuff, like your screws and your actual heat inserts. So
some
very
compartments.
cool, very nice remix. And yeah, you can check that one out if you are doing a lot of heat set inserts. All right, let me grab the next one. This is the iPhone 12 case remix. So Thingiverse user Driving Gun posted this up. Had a corner lift, but excellent file, thank you. Okay, cool. So it's a remix, I think, or no, it's just a make of the iPhone 12 Pro Max and mini flexible case. So if you got yourself one of those iPhones and you want a flexible case, you can 3D print Pedro's version here. This is last year's, and Pedro also has the 13 version this year.
Yes, I was seeing some comments. People want the 13 Pro Max and the regular 13. Sorry, we only have the
Right.
the
But
regular
folks can
and the
remix
mini.
it, you know.
Yeah, all
Somebody
the
did
Fusion
in
files
comments.
are there, and
Yeah.
it's super easy going through the timeline into the sketches and update all those parameters.
All right, and the last one, I'm really excited about this one. I'm actually going to play with this later, either today or
This
tomorrow.
looks so cool.
So this is from Remy. Remy posted up a little thread here on Twitter saying that he built the Pico MIDI fighter, but he did some really cool updates. He made a replacement for the rubber joystick. So this is a really nice kind of little add-on cap for the navigation switch, the 5-way switch. So here it is added there. And one of the changes Remy did here was he made it so instead of having the note numbers, they show the note, what would you call it? The note. So like C4, C3, D4, all those notes that you typically see on a piano or another MIDI instrument, it's there instead of just the number. So that's really cool. He also added a little bit of a repeat timer, so when you hold the switch up or down, it will quickly scroll through the different notes. That is a really cool update.
I like
So
the
you're not-
design of that thumb.
It's pretty cool. I'm going to try printing it out too.
It reminds me of Phoebe's favorite band.
Oh, you're right. Devo. It's like a Devo hat. That's so
It
cool.
just need to be printed in red.
Great job, Remy. And then another one is when you hold the button held down, it'll load the next section of notes. I'm not sure what that's doing, but I'll play with that. And another add-on to the code was instead of kind of breaking out the pins for just the MIDI notes, the default ones. So instead of having to edit the code.py, you can just edit one file that has the array of all the notes. Very cool. And when you modify a note, the arrangement of notes is displayed in the serial port, so you can copy and paste it inside of your code. Very cool. That's so great. So I'm going to play with it as soon as we can. So I've been having fun with my MIDI Pico fighter. So shout out to Remy for
Excellent updates.
doing a great update to both the code and like the design.
Oh, there's the links for downloading the thumb.
Yeah, it's
Thumb joy. What is it?
let's
Joy.
print it
stick?
in red.
There we go.
it's
5-way
like Devo.
navigation.
Yeah.
Huh.
Sweet. Let's get the little knob. Oh, you printed on a thingy thing too?
A
On
powder
the,
coated PEI.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. Very unique design there. Super cool. Printed in TPU as well. I'm gonna have to print a TPU then. Cool. All right, and that was this week's community makes. Thank you everybody for posting your makes.
thoroughly enjoy
You can always tag
these
folks.
updates like that.
Yeah, let me get back to Discord. Sweet. We got a question on Discord. NinjaFlex.
Yeah, I'm looking through the stock. It looks like a lot of the stuff that is in stock is the NinjaFlex, which, again, cheaper.
Yeah, we haven't
than,
stocked. We
yeah.
haven't restocked any of our filament in maybe a couple of years now. So what we have is like while supplies last.
Yep, we have a couple of spools of the conductive filament as well.
Here, how do I? What do you look? What's your ID?
Category 78.
78.
Which, if you want to look at some of the ones that we just recently used, the lava, liquid hot lava, which is just orange.
Yeah.
That prints out excellent on the iPhone 13 NinjaFlex cases that we launched last week. Those work really good. Indestructible.
Indestructible. Yeah, you can run it over with your car.
Oh yeah.
Cool. And then the black NinjaFlex is got a good price going on. The white and the black is only $29.95, which is a pretty good price for NinjaFlex.
Yep, we looked around. I think it's like half the price.
It's normally
anywhere else.
54, 55,
Yeah.
like on Matter Hackers and the like.
Let's see. There's another question.
More questions. Give us them.
Can't see it. Oh, just comments. Good design from the pruner prop, saying that
the pruner
Andy
prop.
thought that the little filament were glue sticks.
Yeah, no, I could have, but I added that bit of a grip texture to it. It really gives it that depth. So
You get a little bit of detail on it.
yeah, and folks could print out different diffuser filaments, different colors and shades of translucent filament will give it a different effect.
Yeah, one of the things we didn't want to try was printing out the actual swirly filament. We'd have to use like a 0.2 mil nozzle to get the resolution out of that to come.
Yeah, that would be a good thing for a resin printer. Those little diffusers, I bet they would look really nice in resin.
All right, I think that is it for this week. Don't forget, a bunch of shows coming on later today.
Very special show and tell tonight. It's going to be hosted by JP John Park. He'll be hosting this week, and then I forgot to say the time. He'll be doing the show at 7:30 p.m. Eastern Time. It's a regular time slot for show and tell. We invite you to come on. Please come on. You can share all sorts of things: retro tech, new tech, stuff you're working on, maker spaces, tips, tricks, all that sort of stuff is welcome. You can hit it up by joining the Discord server. We'll get the StreamYard link in the live broadcast chat room like 5 minutes before the show starts. And yeah, just make sure your webcam and your audio is all set up, and you can join in. There's a limit of 10 people, I think.
Yep, people usually drop out after they
so you can always
complete,
change. You can
so
always try
stick
again.
around. And then right after that, it's going to be Ask an Engineer with Lamar and Phil. This is every single Wednesday, about an hour of checking out all the new news going on, new products being launched, and of course, all of the maker business going around in the electronics world.
That's right. And then tomorrow, John Park's doing John Park's Workshop every Thursday at 4 p.m. Get some live building. Check out JP's guide. This week went out like last night. Using
Super cool
the
Lego one, yeah.
Yeah, the inductive LEDs.
Yes.
Very cool.
Yeah, I saw that the new little mini castle came out, so definitely want to pick that up and add some of those
that'd be
LEDs
really
inside
cool.
the teeny tiny little castle.
That's cool. All right, and then Fridays, normally it's Deep Dives with Scott. He's out this week, but I think he'll return in the following weeks. But normally he does it every Friday, 2 p.m. Pacific or 5 p.m. Eastern. There's Blinka blinking around.
Super cool.
And then on Sundays, it's From the Desk of LADYADA. You get some fun, the great search with DigiKey, and some behind the scenes of what she's working on.
Yeah.
On Sundays at
Make sure to subscribe. You'll get a notification because the times are all over the place now. I think they started doing it like at 7 p.m.
Yeah, they're doing
now.
it earlier now, which is really cool. And then back over to Mondays, there's a CircuitPython meeting. It's where all the devs and community come together and chat live in the Discord chat room. It gets posted as an archive on YouTube and the other places, but it happens on Monday, 2 p.m. Eastern Time. And then on Tuesdays is JP's product pick of the week. Every Tuesday at 4 p.m. Eastern Time or 1 p.m. Pacific Time, you can get some crazy, outrageous deals, such as 50% off on selected products.
And there's no discount codes you need to put in. It's automatically applied, so make sure you are tuned in and logged into the product page.
It's becoming like the most popular show, which is really cool.
Super cool.
Yeah.
Really good way to
I love
do
seeing
those
like
products.
when our demos get like featured. It's like, oh, I remember that from 4 years ago or whatever. It's really cool to see things get highlighted from previous projects. And then we do this show every Wednesday at 11 a.m. Eastern. Or what, like 7 in the morning?
Too early
Pacific.
for
We're so
Pacific.
sorry, Pacific. We are very sorry.
It's our only time slot that we can do all this. Sorry.
Right before lunch, yes.
I know, I'm starving right now. All right, it's going to be it for 3D Hangouts. Thank you all for joining every single week.
Yeah.
Here.
Good luck with all your maker endeavors. We hope to see you tonight. But if not, remember to make a great day.
See you later tonight.
Adios. Whee.